I think I did a video like this before, but a friend of mine wanted to know the difference because he's putting in a coal stove. Wanted to know the difference in the sizes. So what my stove will burn, it depends on the temperature, and last night I did not have any stove size. I forgot I had nut size. So chestnut size pieces, pea, and stove. So the way it was explained to me and the way I've had to deal with it was last night I loaded the stove with pea coal size. As you can see, not a lot of air gets around that because it's more dense. The nut size burns the best in this old warm morning stove. That burns nice and hot, quicker, but it don't last as long as that, if that makes any kind of sense. So I had just got back from the place where I get my coal over around Townville or Blooming Valley. I get the pea coal for like $5 a bag, so that's why I burn it. I don't like to burn it. In the milder weather, it don't make a difference because it throws some heat. But in this cold weather, when you load the stove, it basically cuts off the air up through the coal bed, and so then the stove cools way down, and then like last night, it took forever for it to recover. And then I got to looking, and I had a bag of nut coal from Tractor Supply because I needed an emergency bag there last week or so. And unfortunately, I went and paid the $13 for a few bags of the Tractor Supply brand. But I got 5 bags of the stove for these really cold, the teens and below. And then the nut, I got 6 bags of nut to carry me through. And what I have, that'll get me till another 2 weeks. So it was $100 for 11 bags. Well, $99 or 90. What was it? Yeah, $99. I can't remember. Yeah, I got 6 and 5, so 11 bags. I wrote the guy a check for $100, and he's pretty cool, Dave. But yeah, unfortunately, I have some of that. I don't like to say that I have it because you just pay way too much money for the Tractor Supply brand. But, another thing interesting of note, this Franklin Anthracite is the same thing as that. Blajack owns this company. Comes from the same slope. So, I don't know where Tractor Supply gets theirs, but they mark it up way too much. But yeah, I get the pea coal for $5 a bag because the other place I go to just wants to get rid of it. One was it bagged. He's had it since 2022, so it's just been sitting there. So I'll gladly buy that for $5 a bag. I just can't use it when it's down in the single digits because this place just loses too much cold air. All the insulation's blown out from under this place, so the floors get really cold. So my stove really fights to keep the heat in here. And like last night, that was the problem. I loaded the stove with the pea size, and basically chokes itself out. Not into the sense that it kills the fire, it kills the heat output. It like caps it off in the stove, and then. But here, show you real quick. That's what the nut size. see how the air gaps and the air can get around, the fire can travel through it, through the bed. That's what you want. Yeah. So now I put the stove coal in there. That's going to leave more air gaps so more air can get through, so it will burn hotter, but it will burn quicker. I can try mixing some, once it gets in the 20s, oh man, I can run the pea. That's no problem. But like I said, this place just loses too much heat too quick, and I can't make the heat fast enough to replace what is lost in the incoming cold. And there's really nothing I can do about it until I basically re-insulate the hole underneath of my place. So, but I thought I think I've done a video on coal sizes before. That's what's left of my stoker bituminous. So you have like a mixture of nut pea and a little bit of stove pieces, and that's what I had to use the rest of that last night. I had bought that half ton there a month or so ago. There's still some out on my trailer, but there's like 8 inches of snow on it, and I'm not digging for it. So just made the trip to the coal dealer on Lyona Road today, and we'll definitely be staying warm now.